Hi guys, this is Edna with Square Photography. I want to introduce you to my daughter Maya. She's going to be helping us with our plus size modeling today. She's 5'3", wavers around a size 10 to 14, but of course because of COVID, we're all up in the higher ranges. She's a pear-shaped body, but we are going to be talking about all different body types and all different posing. Okay guys, the first thing that I want to talk about today is the little turtle face or turtle head technique to slim your double chin. Maya doesn't have much of a double chin, but this definitely helps with anybody that's got a little pudge underneath the chin. So the first thing that you're going to do, Maya, is you're going to pull your head out and down. You see what a big difference that's made already? Now go back to normal. There you go. And now out and down. So just pulling the chin out a little bit stretches that chin. And when you pull it out, it stretches a little bit of fat underneath it so that you look slimmer, especially underneath your chin. All right, guys. So now we're going to combine different aspects. We're going to talk about turning your body or facing forward, but we're also going to be talking about your hands and what you should do with your hands. So if you want to make your waist look smaller, you can face forward and clench your waist. You see what a big difference that is? Unclench it again, Maya. And now clench it again. There you go. And look at how much smaller her waist looks. And you can turn at a 3/4 angle and do that again. Pull your elbows back. Clench your waist, pull your elbows back. Perfect, just like that. Now face forward again. Now we're going to do scattering the arms. One hand up on your waist and one hand a little lower by your thigh. And what you always want to make sure you have is a little bit of space between your waist and your arms. So as a photographer, what I do is I will go in and liquefy or make your waist and the upper part of your body smaller. So that allows me to go in there with a brush and be able to do that. You can also bring the other hand down just a little bit. There you go. And that allows for some not so symmetrical images. You can also do both hands at the waist a little bit more loosely. And let's say you have saddlebags that you want to hide. You can always put one hand on your hip and hide that. And that will make you slimmer around the hips if you have bigger hips or saddlebags you want to hide. That's also some way to be able to hide that. You can also hold your elbow. If you have a tummy and you have slim arms, hold your elbow, and that will sometimes help hide your belly. Or sometimes if you have a really large chest, it helps to make your chest look a little bit smaller so that you don't look so bulky up above. Again, this works better if you have slimmer arms. Another thing that you can do is put your hand on your hip and then play with your hair. So if you have hair that's coming down, cascading, you can just play with your hair. Or you can put your hand behind your ear and pull it back. And that is always super flattering. Hand on your hip, super flattering to just play with your hair. All right, guys, so how you stand in front of the camera is really dependent on your body type. You'll hear it over and over again that you should turn your body at a 3/4 angle, but not everybody should. If you have a belly that protrudes forward, then you want to stand straight towards the camera. The likelihood of apple-shaped bodies are that they're slimmer towards the side, but their bellies protrude forward. So you may want to stand forward just like Maya is, and maybe just put your hands up on your hips. But if you're more of a pear shape like Maya and you don't have a lot of belly, then you might want to stand at a 3/4 angle towards the camera. That's always going to be more flattering for people that are a little wider around the hips, or even halfway so that you're profiled to the camera. That's always going to look best. right, guys, now we're going to talk about legs. Maya, straight all the way across. This is how people normally stand. Let's do your arms. Let's do a scatter. Now, if you're facing forward, bring the arm up a little more on this side right there. If you're facing forward, what I would want you to do is keep your legs together, your feet together, and bring one knee up and bend it into the other knee. Look at what a huge difference that made. Now, if you don't want to keep your feet together, you can always just bring the foot forward, and that also makes a difference. Bend the knee, just like that. Either of those already immediately is going to give you a much rounder, in a flattering way, curvier look. Now we're going to go sideways. And sideways, whenever you're doing posing that's sideways, like if you've got your arms around your husband's neck, or if you're doing a pose by yourself, you always want to bend the knee that is straight towards the camera. A little less bend, Maya. A little less right there. Even that is going to give you a really flattering look. Now, in regards to the arms and where they should go, again, you can go a little lower or you can go a little higher. You can turn at a 3/4 angle. And again, the knee at a 3/4 angle is always bent towards the camera. Bend a little more. Turn a little more towards me. Just a little. There you go. That's a very flattering pose right there. Regardless of wherever your arms are or whatever you're doing with your arms, the legs are one of the most important parts in regards to photography. All right, guys, now we're going to talk about sitting. This is a normal sitting posture. This is how people normally sit. We're going to be discussing the different ways to sit that are going to be more flattering. All right, guys, now Maya's going to show you how to elongate your body. I normally don't like to sit my plus size bride and grooms or my full figured bride and grooms, but this really makes all the difference. Go ahead, Maya. You're going to place a pillow on wherever you're sitting. You're going to sit a little bit on your side. You're going to bring the leg up and elongate that body, elongate those legs. Bring a little bit of space between the arms so that there's room for retouching. Lean yourself forward just a little bit, chin out and down. Perfect, just like that. Look at the big difference that makes between a normal sit and this style sitting with a little bit of a pillow. That pillow elongates the body a little more so you look less. All right, guys, this next one is one of my favorites. You're gonna want to turn your chair. So instead of it being forward, you're going to have it turned. You can either go with a pillow or without a pillow. Now Maya's going to sit on her hip right on the edge of the chair. She's going to bring her arm into the back of the chair, and she's going to bring her leg forward and elongate that bottom leg and point the toes, and you're going to want to hide that arm a little bit farther back. There you go. Look at the curves. Look at how beautiful that looks. The elongation is what we're really looking for here. Turn your head towards the light, Maya, just like that. This is one of my favorites. And if you shoot this one up high, up above her, and have her look up towards the camera, it looks absolutely stunning. Sometimes I'll have my girls bring their knees all the way swiveled forward. There you go, just like that. Now, one of the best things that you can do is just be natural. Be yourself. Laugh naturally. Act naturally. Don't be stiff. Try not to stand too tall. Just be yourself. That is the sexiest thing that you can do, is just to be yourself. I always tell my clients, like, don't stress over all the technique of all these poses. I can Photoshop anything. So I can make you slimmer just with Photoshop. I don't want you to worry that much about your arms or your belly or this or that. I would rather that you be natural and be yourself than have to worry so much about the techniques of what you're doing and be stressed or not yourself. All right, guys, now we're going to talk about walking. So the most important thing is I do not want you to walk just side by side straight towards me. Not at all. That makes you look boxy and it makes you look bigger. What I want you to do is walk with one foot in front of the other like a catwalk. You can see already how that slims your body tremendously. All right, guys, the next thing I want to talk about is flowers, bouquets of flowers. This bouquet that I made here with the flowers I just happen to have for my newborn sessions is not as big as I would love your bouquets to be. Cascading big bouquets of flowers help hide problem areas. So if you put your bouquets up right around your waist, look at what a big difference that's already made. If you have big hips and you want to put them a little lower by your hips, look at what a huge difference it's already made. Hand on your hip, Maya, turn your body. Look at what a huge difference. Pull them back a little bit more. What a huge difference it makes just to slim down the body a little bit. Flowers are always a godsend when it comes to trying to hide problem areas. If you put them right in front of you while you're walking, you can hide belly fat just like that. That makes a huge difference. So the before and after with flowers is definitely big. I can always tell a difference when a girl has her flowers at the reception and she's not getting them for the photos. It does make a big difference to help shape and make the body look a little bit slimmer. Another thing that helps quite a bit is leaving your hair down, especially for the little fat pockets that are around your armpits or above your chest. A lot of times if you're wearing a bustier or a strapless dress, that fat will accumulate up there if it's a really strong bustier. And having your hair down allows for softening of the shoulders, softening around the chest area. But I will warn you, you must curl your hair again right before reception because it will look an absolute disaster. I have never had a bride that has had her hair down and has come out unscathed in regards to how ratty hair can look after a long day of dancing and having fun and cutting cake and posing. So remember, if you're going to leave your hair down, which I love, then definitely make sure that you redo your hair or kind of retouch it up right before reception. Oh, another thing that is also like hair that also softens the shoulders and softens the chest area is your bridal veil. Now I want to talk to you about the broken doll or triangles. Whenever you tilt your head in a direction, I want you to drop your shoulder down. So Maya, drop the shoulder down on this side. You see what a big difference that makes? She's going to bend that elbow, drop it. Look at what a broken doll. You have the head turning and tilting towards the left. You have the body going now in a line that's towards the right, and then you have your legs from the bottom part of the legs that are tilted again towards the way the head is tilted. This is the ultimate broken doll. Maya, chin out and down and tilt. This is the ultimate broken doll, and it looks gorgeous in photographs. It looks so much better than standing straight towards the camera. So whenever you do a tilt of your head, you want to remember that you want to drop your shoulder in the opposite direction like that. And again, the other way, like that. That makes a big difference. Now, tilt your head without moving your shoulders. You see what a big difference it makes? Now, again, with the tilt of the shoulders, it's the broken doll method. You turn and tilt your body in that direction. Now, with your arms, again, in conjunction with either clenching the waist or arms separated a little bit in different directions or hiding the fat around your thighs, if that's what would rather do, or holding your elbow and with the legs in conjunction with bringing the legs in. All of these things together are going to make a huge difference. Now, I'm going to have more videos coming out on different ways of posing. We're going to do more chair poses. We're going to do wall poses. We're going to do floor poses. We're going to do standing poses. And I'm going to break down all the different poses in different ways. But I want you to know that even if you're a little plus size or full figured and you have areas that you're insecure about, there's ways to pose to make you look slimmer. Now, I'm all about women's rights and women's body empowerment. And I love my daughter. I am also plus size. I'm also a size 14. And I rock whatever weight I'm at. But I know that us girls, we want to look as best as we can all the time. And these poses are there to help us flatter us in the right direction, make us look better, make us look sexier, make us look curvier, make us look prettier, and still love our bodies and cherish our bodies exactly the way that they are. Now, for my clients, I do a little bit of retouching. I'll bring the waist in a little bit. I'll slim the arms a little bit. Just a little bit, nothing that's too exaggerated, but I don't want any lumps or bumps anywhere. I want your wedding day pictures to look absolutely gorgeous. So that is the end of our video. Maya, thank you so much for being part of this. I really appreciate it. I know next year we'll drop a ton of weight when it's no longer COVID, because I've gained a ton of weight over COVID. But I want to thank you guys all for watching this video, getting through it, and practice, practice, practice. Practice these in front of the camera. Practice to see what looks flattering for you and for your body type, because every body type is a little bit different. And what you like in front of the camera is going to be dependent on you. So practice these poses and have a blessed day. Don't forget to choose happiness. And I will talk to you guys all very soon.